Hello everybody, good to see you again. As you know, in my last video I talked about the so-called peace process between Armenia and Azerbaijan and why it's not moving forward. That was the topic I talked about mainly, and now I would like to read a small part from my latest article, which is called Deadlocked Karabakh Peace Process. This is just a small part and I'm gonna read. So let's start. Let's get started. Karabakh peace negotiations were initiated in the 1990s but have not produced a peaceful solution acceptable to both sides. The process mediated by the countries that co-chair the OSCE, Minsk Group, the USA, France, and Russia has been fruitless, and it's clear that negotiations are deadlocked. That's what I'm talking in this small part, in this article, actually. So, the change in Armenia's leadership in 2018 did not help the process to move forward either. When he came to power, Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan tried to change the negotiations format by calling for the self-proclaimed Armenian-controlled Mountainous Karabakh to participate in peace talks. As you know, Pashinyan tried to, change the format of these negotiations. He says that, Armenian-controlled Mountainous Karabakh has to participate in these negotiations, but it's not acceptable. It's been rejected by the Azerbaijani government. So, Baku rejected the idea, standing by its position that the conflict should be resolved on the basis of the principle of territorial integrity, with Mountainous Karabakh being given the highest autonomy within Azerbaijan. Armenia seems to be pursuing a policy of strategic ambiguity, claiming that Karabakh is all about self-determination. As you know, back in 1988, when the Karabakh movement, it's called Myatsom in Armenian, started, the leaders of that movement claimed that they want to unify the Mountainous Karabakh Autonomous Region with Armenia. But now, it's been going it's been going on for many years now. They are playing with words, and they are not saying that it's not about unification, in brackets actually. It's about, self-determination and independence, which is nonsense and absurd. However, when the conflict started in 1988, the demand was for the unification of Karabakh with Armenia. The movement that stirred up the conflict was even called Myatsom, meaning unification in Armenian. Azerbaijani President Aliyev openly stated in an interview on 6 July that the peace process has become meaningless and the Minsk Group is not doing enough to pressurize Armenia to make concessions. That's why I talked about it in last video. The Minsk Group said in a statement on 30 June that there is no military solution to the conflict. That doesn't make sense at all. By not pressurizing Armenia to make concessions such as returning the 7 occupied Azerbaijan districts around Mountainous Karabakh and at the same time trying to prevent Azerbaijan getting the 7 districts back, the Minsk Group has emboldened Armenia. Yerevan has for several years been creating settlements, infrastructure, the roads connecting Armenia with Mountainous Karabakh via the occupied Azerbaijan districts. It has changed the names of 4 of the districts, Kalbajar, Lachin, Gobatli, and Zengilan, and resettled Syrian Armenians there. That's just a very, very dangerous. That's a very dangerous move, and that's why Armenia is just killing the process by its actions on the ground. And this shows that the peace process is deadlocked because Armenia has annexed not only Mountainous Karabakh, but these other districts too, and has no intention of returning them. In a referendum held in 2017, Armenians changed the name of the Mountainous Karabakh Republic to Artsakh. This would appear to approve a land grab from Mountainous Karabakh down to the Araxes River. The boundaries of the Soviet Union's Nagorno-Karabakh Autonomous Region did not reach the river, which also marks the border with Iran. The main reason the peace process is not moving forward is that this status quo is beneficial for Armenia in achieving its long-term objectives. That's what I wanted to read today, and I think you got you can understand now better about this, deadlock, this process. I try to highlight the main factors why the process is deadlocked and not moving forward at all, and hopefully I could, just I tried, and I hope that you got the message. That's all what I wanted to say. Yeah, see you next time. Take care.